What up, YouTube?
YouTube.
Madison's here. Madison, this is a special part where we talk to YouTube, give them a special shout out, special, just little messages for them.
Do we want to thank them?
Yeah,
We always thank them.
Yeah, we always thank YouTube.
Thanks. This isn't YouTube though, is it?
No, we're talking to YouTube.
Oh, hey YouTube.
We're talking to the founder and CEO of YouTube.
This is
Zark
YouTube.
Fuckerberg. Actually, I don't know who owns YouTube.
I think it is Zark. That sounds
Mark
legit to me.
I think it's Zark Duckerberg.
Yeah, Clark Snuckerberg.
Snark Fluckerberg.
Oh my god.
All right, we're gonna start recording, and let's do this stream. Do you want to do a special song? Do you want to do a special song for your what's any song?
Can we do
Gotta be quick though.
can we do?
That's not quick.
I got.
That's not quick.
Yeah, nothing?
Okay, sorry guys.
Let's type in Madison's song. Could be
Not good.
Madison's song original. Wings of a Dream, Madison's Lullaby, Sakura. This is the song.
There you go.
Alright, let's start streaming. It's just only gonna be out for like 5 seconds.
Alright, great.
A twinkle in the night.
Welcome! I don't know what this song is, but I'm into it.
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
Wow.
Oh my god, I hear it now.
This is the song I composed a year ago
Yeah, this is one of Madison's original
in
works.
remembrance of
Of what?
Connor's dog.
Oh.
Song fades out, and welcome to Between the Strokes. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. If you're here, what up? Hamilton, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh.
I'm here.
Also, we have another person here.
Hey guys. I'm Madison.
We have
Yes.
a very special guest with us this evening. Very special.
Very special. One of the most special. Wow.
Thanks, guys.
Madison.
Y'all are really special too.
Kate Dunaway is
Or wait,
here.
but you left me at UNC Charlotte by myself.
Ooh, that is true. Yeah. We are.
Aren't you done? Aren't you done there? Haven't you graduated?
Yeah, I did graduate. I work there now.
See, you're fine. Look, you work there.
She works there. Now she's official staff.
Are you part of the problem or part of the solution? I don't know.
Ooh,
If you
good
work
question.
there.
Good question. I say we just jump. Are we just jumping right into it? Where does it
Let's
jump
just jump
right
it.
into
Let's
the
just get
UNC Charlotte debate? So if anyone here doesn't know, we all went to UNC Charlotte. It's a school
Yeah.
in North
Yeah,
Carolina.
Niners.
We all majored. We all were art majors. So we each have that in common.
Yep.
And
Some of us were more badass. BA.
Whoa.
yeah, we
Than
get
others.
it. We
Yeah.
get it. Wait.
What? Connor, that was
What?
for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
got the
yeah.
BAs. Yep.
You guys
We're,
got BAs?
we're calling you out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you got.
got BAs. We killed it on the BA level.
We're badasses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bachelors of asses.
Yeah. You're a blue fucking arson.
What? You're trying to come up with the PFA one, but it didn't really work.
That works. I like that. Blue fucking arson. I'm gonna get a T-shirt. I'm gonna wear it around because I like it.
Hey, I'm into it too. All right.
Alright.
So, what are some of your thoughts about it, Madison? About the BA,
arson?
and
Well,
just
I thought-
jump into it.
Right.
Well, I
Hamilton?
thought you were going to grad school. I thought you were going to grad
Yeah,
school.
I applied to 9 grad schools and
Oh my God.
We'll see if I get anywhere. But yeah, I got a BA and I'm glad I got the BA. I didn't really feel like the BFA was for me. Though many people seem to disagree. Whoop! Dr. Seuss in the house, that rhymed.
There you go.
Well, that was pretty good.
Well, I have some advice for you since you're applying to grad schools.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend you not only visit them, but you sit in on a critique with them.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at one. I won't say which, and I sat down on a critique, and it was not good.
Really?
And everything else looked great on paper. They had a good reputation. I knew someone that graduated from there. I really liked his work, but I sat in on one, and it was embarrassing.
Yeah, that is the overwhelming advice that I've been getting is that I should go visit all of them. But
Yeah.
once I get in, I will go visit. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna chill here for a bit.
It's easier to not go.
Yeah.
You save
And make
energy.
sure they pay you too. That's the other advice that
Yes.
Jeff Murphy gave me.
Yeah.
It's like, don't pay for grad school, whatever you do. I was like, right, Jeff, thank you.
Did you apply as well to different places?
Yeah, I applied to a few places. And then the ones that I got into, I had to pay, and I was
Where'd
like,
you
I
get
don't
into?
want to do that. ECU, I got
Nice.
into, but I just Jeff was saying, you just don't pay for grad school.
Yeah.
let them pay you.
So wait, like, is it common then to get a full ride or something?
It's not common to get a full ride, but there are ways. Like, did he tell you about teaching assistantships?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's do they not offer that at ECU?
they do, but you're still paying.
Yeah, you're
That's
paying.
the crazy thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Full rides are hard to come by.
Well, like UGA has a full ride, where you're just paying. I think it's like $1,000 for like the student fees, like health insurance and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Did you get into
But
UGA?
Yeah, but everything else, I just have to decide if I wanna go because I'm so comfortable here.
When did you get in?
I mean, what is January?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
so I
Wait,
can
this
just-
month you applied and got in?
yeah, so I can decide to go there if I want to, but you get really comfortable, and so
Yeah.
it's tough to do it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Is that one that you applied to?
Yeah, I've applied. I have not heard anything back yet. So
Well, maybe you
There you
could
go.
both go. and be
Maybe
EGA
you
buds.
should visit. Maybe you should visit.
Have you visited Hamilton?
I have visited.
Oh, you both have. Or you have?
Yeah,
you?
the facilities are amazing. Like they got this huge building, and it's pretty wild.
Mhm.
But I didn't get a chance to look at Athens too much. I haven't done that yet.
Athens is pretty badass. It's a pretty baller place.
That's what I've heard. That's the word on the streets.
Awesome.
Well, I have some of Madison's work up on the screen. Just kind of going through it.
Yeah,
Start going through it.
that's my work.
Madison, if you want to give us a quick little summary, a little soundbite on what exactly all of this is that we're looking at.
So what you're looking at right now is a series of lamps I've been working on.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got a grant from the Science and Arts Council to do 50 of these in, recently, and they are all going to be completed in May. But yeah, these are just like the wood infrastructure that's painted is laser cut, and then over top I do some handmade papers and kind of skin it piece by piece.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like that to me, that looks like real art. Like when you see something, you're like, that's fucking art. That's art right there.
Yeah, I mean, I also really like making stuff that's gonna do more than just like sit or be on a wall. And this is,
Yeah.
I really like that this has kind of a utilizable component, that's a word, by the way, utilizable. If you didn't know that.
Is it?
That's a word, utilizable. Yep.
It is
Look it
now.
up. It might not be. I just feel like it should
Look
be.
it up, and then there's just nothing there. You're like, oh, never mind.
But yeah, so that's what these are, and I really like making them. The process is fun for me and just kind of therapeutic, and I
Yeah.
get to play with modeling them on Blender and learning that process, so it's good. Yeah.
What do you call them?
I call them lanterns.
Okay.
It's a good name. I would call them quiblets,
Quiblets, that's also a good name. Maybe I
Ooh.
should change
or
it.
like giblets,
Giblets.
or like
giblets.
giblets is already a thing though, so that might be copyrighted by the chicken.
What like they have a very like egg sort of shape. Was that intentional?
Yeah, I think no one ever told me this, but I just I feel like it should be a thing, is that everything should be made up of a series of eggs.
Wait,
Okay.
no one told you this, and this is just a philosophy for life in general?
No, it's a philosophy for drawing and like for
Oh.
sculpting. Like when I'm molding these, to me in my mind, like all my work is just a series of either closed or open-ended eggs.
Okay.
Right.
Why? Like
Because I think it's a universal thing, like ovals and ellipses and like ovular shapes. It's something that we can all relate to, so we should all draw with it too. And I don't really, like, I used to draw realistic stuff and I still did that. But now that I'm like I'm really only doing abstractions, it's just even more fun to just do a series of eggs.
I mean, these ones we're looking at now, they're not exactly egg shaped.
Yeah, they are eggs. See, this is an egg. This bottom part is an egg.
Hey, don't touch
and
my
these
screen.
are other eggs that are.
That's a new
did she
screen.
touch your screen? Oh
That's my
God.
newest screen. She put her oily fingers all over
You're
it.
not. Oh, it's such a faux pas. You don't do that.
I have to look at this screen all day.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's no
That's
other like meaning behind the egg besides that you just think it's a universal symbol. You
Yeah, I
don't
do.
think-
It's like math is a universal language with numbers. I think that in terms of drawing and like sculpting and anything in terms of rendering, I think if we start off with ellipses and eggs and like ovular shapes, it's just more translatable and I think easier to conceptualize and read and draw. So maybe that's why.
I'm
Okay.
gonna start drawing with eggs. Everything with eggs. And by what I mean by that is
Or-
I'm
or
going to
it
use
can be
eggs
like-
as my medium. Like I'm going to crack an egg on a canvas and start drawing with it.
Oh.
Some of them
I
are like
it.
missing eggs though. Some of them have subtracted.
So how is this an egg?
So this has a subtracted
No.
egg to the left. Sorry about touching your screen. Why is it my fingers are oily?
No. You just can't. No, you just don't.
You just
touch
don't
it.
Yes, your fingers are oily.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
They
fingers
are.
Well, the left part of the cave is a subtracted egg.
Yes,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about eggs.
Well, it all comes back down to the egg. What came first? Sculpture or the egg?
It's all about eggs, people.
There's
It's
the
all
egg.
about eggs.
Yeah.
There's the elongated egg. There, the
So
whole
then-
thing is an egg. Yeah.
So then walking through that, you're really walking through an egg. You're walking through like the womb in a sense.
No. I mean, in a way. I mean, the cave is a cave. I mean, it's supposed to be like a cave, whatever cave you want to imagine. But yeah, you can think of it that way.
So what kind of egg is this? Because I haven't seen a lot of eggs. This one looks like an egg.
So, just so you
That's not
know,
bad.
these are not different sculptures from my lanterns. I just covered these in latex.
Yeah, Hamilton, you're probably not seeing them yet, but they're pretty cool. They're like super latexy.
This is like a new thing I want to
Oh.
do about like tension and different material. I'm trying to like get out of my box with just organic kind of fibers and woods. So
It has a very like fetish sort of feel to it.
yeah,
Sort of uncomfortable.
yeah. I like it to be uncomfortable. I
You should like put a
that
dildo
about
inside
it.
of it
a dildo.
I mean, it looks like a dildo.
And
It
shrink
looks
wrap
like
it so that you can
giant
see the
dildo.
outline of
I don't
it.
think it looks like a dildo. I think it looks like a rib cage in a way, or some kind of.
It kind of reminds me of like
Vertebrae.
Alien. You know, it'd be something you'd find in a creepy spaceship that you don't want to find.
It looks like something Connor would draw.
Maybe you should put dildos in all of your drawings, Connor. I think that's a good
I already
idea.
do that.
That's
He
right.
does. Every drawing.
Is that why no one's contacted you so far?
Oh,
Cuts deep. Cuts deep.
that was too deep.
It's okay. I know that Connor's appreciation for
He doesn't know what to do. He
abstract
just
art
keeps
is,
scrolling up and
I
down.
mean, it's not really. I mean, it is abstract art, I guess. All right. Well, that was it. That was all the art.
That was a good stream. We're
Yep,
done.
yep, no.
Good job, everyone.
Now I need to
Thanks
go
for tuning
recover
in.
my self worth.
It's really all there is to abstract art. You know? Just eggs at the end of the day.
All right, so.
let's go back.
Back to
Let's
UNC
go back.
Charlotte. We took this little side note.
No, I don't want to go to UNC Charlotte.
Why
I want
not?
to go back to what we're talking about, and I want to finish our Count Olaf conversation.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you weren't here for this,
All right.
Madison. But before
So
you got
let's
to the
fill you
stream, yeah, let's
Let's fill
Hamilton
you
fill her in.
So I started watching the new. What is it even called? I don't even know what it's called. Lemony Snickets? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Series of unfortunate events.
A series,
Yeah, on the Netflix. I started watching
About
that.
the Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
is
Have
there-
you seen it?
Everyone's talking about it, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good. It's
I
like Tim
pressed it.
Burton, and it's
Pressed
so
it.
awesome."
What does that mean? You hit
And,
play and then immediately stop watching?
Yeah, I was like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Turned it
Before
off.
even the opening number started?
Yeah. No. It was like 5 seconds in. The titles were reeling, and I was like, shit, I better stop doing this.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
like an
it's
immediate regret.
Yeah, it was.
I normally don't get that
I
far.
regretted those 5 seconds.
I normally get like 20 minutes in and then I'm like, no.
Oh, really?
I mean, if I'm gonna stop watching something, it's normally I have to at least watch it first. You know?
Yeah. I mean, we watched the first 2 episodes, so it was like 2 hours long,
How was
and
it?
it's not good, man. Like,
No.
Netflix
just-
has been lowballing it lately, though. Don't you feel that?
Yeah, but they've been hyping this one up because it's like Neil Patrick
Yeah.
Harris and all that. I mean, that's
And it
pretty much
is-
it. That's all the.
So did you watch the one?
I haven't seen the Jim Carrey one. I
You
haven't seen the
haven't.
Jim Carrey one.
Okay,
No.
you gotta watch that because Jim Carrey, Meryl Streep, everyone involved kills it. in the
Billy
original.
Connolly from Boondock Saints.
Oh, all right.
He's
all
in
right.
it. It's got a bunch of good actors. What's her name from every movie? And she's British. She played the
Which one?
the
We
teacher with the
all we
big
have are British-
glasses in Harry Potter that like made him look into the cups.
Oh,
Professor Trelawney.
yeah.
That's her name, right?
Yeah, that's her
Yeah.
actress.
She's
name.
in Parent Trap too.
Yeah, and she's
She's
also
the same girl.
and she's in that movie with Will Ferrell that's really sad that you thought was gonna be funny. Stranger Than Fiction.
Oh, it's a great movie.
I love that movie, but it's like
Oh, it's not
Depressing.
funny at all. It's super depressing.
Mhm.
All right, so Lemony Snickets has a 63 audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, the Jim Carrey one. All right.
63. That's not bad. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
that's
not
pretty. It's
bad.
pretty bad, but it's not like terrible. I thought.
Let's see.
I mean, then again, they're kids' movies. Like they're not like Oscar-winning things.
Well, I mean, think about the kids' movies we grew up with, man. Like The Goonies, fucking Oscar right there.
I never saw the Goonies.
What? That's a whole.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a big
Yeah,
Goonies
look at
fan.
this.
I've seen
82%.
82% for the new one.
Yeah, the new one.
Okay,
the
the
new one's
thing-
not good.
Okay, the thing is, I haven't seen the new one. I'm sure there are good elements about it. Like maybe the directing's really
No.
good, maybe the writing's really good.
No,
My
it's
biggest
not.
problem, right, at this point, is that I can't buy Neil Patrick Harris as Count Olaf. And I
Okay.
think that's because I like Jim Carrey as Count Olaf so much.
So Jim Carrey ruined it for you.
Well, I mean, I don't even know if I like Jim Carrey in that movie so much. I just like him as that character. He's like, he plays Count
What does
Olaf.
that even mean? What does that even mean?
Like
You don't him
maybe
in that movie.
because I haven't seen fucking Series of Unfortunate Events in like 10 years. But if I go back and watch it, maybe it's a piece of shit movie. Maybe it's not. Maybe
No,
it's
it's
good.
amazing. I watched that.
Isn't Jude
when
Law?
it came-
Doesn't Jude Law play Lemony Snicket? He does like the narration.
He does, yeah. I remember watching that, and then every year after it, watching it again until like 10th grade.
Okay, so it's
Seriously?
No, it was dope. It was great. I loved everything about it.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
The main
Alright.
reason why I'm hyped on it right now is because I just found a video on YouTube that is like 37 minutes long, and it's all these just like it's basically they're doing promotional shoots for the movie, but they're like I mean they might not be doing that. I think they're doing like costume tests. So it's Jim Carrey dressed as Count Olaf, but they're doing all these different costumes. So like he's trying on all these different things to get like the right look, but then the whole time they're doing it, he's just like improvising as Count Olaf. And it's some of the funniest shit ever. Like he's so good at improv. I don't know. So
Oh,
I think he's a better actor.
I
for
think
that.
you need to, if you haven't seen that one, Hamilton, you gotta watch that one ASAP.
Yeah, watch
I
that
just-
first. Why? Yeah, I don't even know why you'd be hyped for the new one if you don't even. You just hop
There's
on.
not-
You're hopping on the bandwagon.
There's no hype. There's no hype. I heard Tim Burton. I like Tim Burton. I was gonna check it out, and it's not Tim Burton-y at all. It's
Oh wait,
just-
so Tim Burton directed it or what?
No, he had nothing to do with it, but it has
looks
supposed
like
to have
that.
that sort of
No.
Tim Burton feel to it, and it's just it seems very.
Wait, so wait,
tame.
why did you associate Tim Burton with it?
Because
I
it's like
heard
dark.
it's-
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like dark comedy. It's like Tim Burton-esque.
No, I don't
Everybody
think I
wears
don't
like Victorian
associate.
era black trench coats
I don't
with crazy hair
associate
and
Tim.
eyeliner.
Is this doing
crazy,
something right now?
crazy.
I mean, yeah, if you touch that, it will pick up. Yeah. Here's the general rule: just don't touch anything on the desk. Did you hear her like touching the mic?
I hear something. I hear
It's just
something.
like probably heard
Is this doing something? Is this doing
tapping the
something?
shit out of the mic.
It's
all
just
good.
everything on Connor's desk is really shiny, and
And I'm like watching her
God.
drink this Mike's Hard Lemonade, and she's using it to like get her words across. She's just like wafting it across my counter. I'm like, pretty much everything on this desk is upwards of $500. Please don't spill on it.
he's got a G15 keyboard. Like that sounds pretty legit.
Yeah, do it.
He's probably like hacking into the cyber
Dude, I'm all up in the NSA
F12
shit.
part screen system.
You don't even
requirements.
You don't even.
Don't even know.
You don't know.
Page
Want
down.
to know how many launch codes I have?
There's a lot of stuff on here. Unmute, mute, brightness,
It's pretty much a normal keyboard, but
control.
I'm glad you're interested in it.
I like it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, should we keep talking about Series of Unfortunate Events?
Yeah,
or should we
we're
just
still
accept
going.
it?
We're still going on.
Alright.
I'm not done with this yet.
So, Hamilton, watch this video. Find it on YouTube. It's pretty hilarious. It's just Jim Carrey dressed as Count Olaf, and he's just like singing songs, doing dances, and he's just like improvising his fucking heart out. He sings a song about Reese's Pieces at one point.
I'll check it out.
It's pretty hilarious.
But I mean, I just don't understand why people love this one so much. That's
I
what I'm
think
having
people
a hard
just
time.
love Series
Why-
of Unfortunate Events.
Why are you guys
It-
not watching Pope?
That's not
The
out
Young
yet.
Pope. It's out. I watched the first episode.
Was
and
it
it's
good?
dope AF.
You watched the first episode without me?
What is that?
I stopped watching it about
Oh.
10 minutes.
What? I've been talking
Okay,
to
it's
Madison
only,
about
I've
this
only
show.
watched the first 10 minutes, but the first 10 minutes, like, alone should get a nomination. It's amazing.
What is it? Young Pope?
The Young Pope. It's got Jude
Yeah.
Law.
Have you seen the trailers for it?
It's got
I
Meryl
don't. I don't
Streep.
like Pope. I don't
Okay.
like the Pope.
Okay, neither do I. But imagine, okay, you know Jude Law, right?
Yeah, he's pretty
So
cool.
imagining a bunch of shots, like just like really well, like cinematography, cool shots
Yeah.
of like, Jude Law, like they're putting the crown on his head, like he's
Yeah.
getting coronated as the
First
Pope.
5 episodes are out.
And then basically it just cuts to him like in a room talking to somebody, like looking super shady, and he's like, they don't know who they just elected Pope. And he's got some like secret dark fucking motives, and he's like trying to take over and do all this fucked up shit.
It's really, really good. Just like even the first 10 minutes just are so promising that I should probably devote the rest of my night to watching that.
That show, and I really want to watch Taboo, but I haven't watched the first episode yet. Have you heard about that?
Yeah. I wanted
What's
to
the
see
deal
that.
with Man on a High Castle?
Man on a High Castle? I thought it was Man on High Castle.
It's a book. It's a book that they made into a
It just has
television
way
show.
too many like transition words. Like the man that once stood on a high castle there. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a book that turned into a movie. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. So I mean, there's too much to watch,
Too
you know. And then I fucking started Stupid Magicians.
Don't.
Oh God, no! Read the book and then don't even bother
Okay.
with the TV series.
I heard the book is awful.
Madison's
I heard
read the
is
book.
awful.
I enjoyed the book in a very juvenile way, but I did start watching the series, and the series is shit.
No, but it's good.
No,
That's
but
the
it's
thing.
bad, Hamilton.
No,
Hamilton.
you don't understand. It's bad, and it's not good.
Is
but
it
then
so
all of a
bad it's
sudden-
good?
No, it's not. It's just not good. But then by the last episode, we're like, okay, bring on season 2, and it's oh god, I'm so ashamed.
I just
of
knew
myself.
I didn't want to watch it when
You
they
should be ashamed of yourself.
when this is the Netflix thing, the image.
Yeah, if that is the Netflix image, you
I'm
should
like-
know.
Is it up on the screen yet?
Yeah, it's
It's-
about to be.
It's not good.
It's terrible.
But I heard the book was
It's
not
basically
good. I heard the
there's
first-
like
No,
look
Connor
how
read the
fuckable
first. Yeah, look how
our show
fuckable
is.
this magician is.
That's all it is, and it's like
Like,
all.
don't
Did
you
you read
want
all
to
3 of the
insert
books?
yourself into these books? Yeah, I did. And
You
they,
did insert
yeah.
yourself into the book.
No. It's like those books. It's like those. It's not. Obviously, it's about the sexualization of the books.
I mean,
Connor.
look at this
Yeah.
hunk, dude.
No.
It's like that. What did we? The Shannara Chronicles.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
You watched
A
that one?
hilarious show.
Yeah. It's like all these shows based on like these shitty like fantasy novels for kids.
Oh no, magicians.
All they're trying to do is like
Yeah, Magicians is not for kids, Connor.
no.
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 It's oh.
Not
why?
if you want to
Is
scar
Is it
them.
rated R? Is it like Twilight then?
Yeah, it's PG.
It looks like Twilight.
That's Twilight. It's totally Twilight.
I mean, it looks like lame Twilight. What's yeah?
That's impossible.
They're
Twilight
drinking
can't get there.
blue juice. I don't know how I feel about it.
The point is that there's so much content now. It's hard to
It is.
sort of pick and choose, you know.
It is. It
I
is.
just don't.
Also,
like-
Homeland. Do you watch Homeland, Hamilton?
No, Stephanie does. and she really likes
I
it,
love that. Was filmed where I live in Mooresville, actually. So I really,
Oh, really?
like, yeah. The first 2 seasons were filmed in.
Yeah, she said she was upset because she moved to North Carolina and like they're not filming there anymore. And,
So much bust in the show. We gotta watch it.
Wow.
Were they filming in North Carolina?
Homeland.
I don't know.
Homeland. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, she likes that, and there's just too much. There's too much, and I just end up watching just fucking old episodes of Parks and Rec half the time.
Those are really good.
Parks and Rec is
Yeah.
pretty
Connor
good.
got me hooked on Parks and Rec.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What's so great is that like the first season, you know, you can tell they're trying to like be like The Office. You know, is when The Office was really big, and then all of a sudden they're just like, you know what, fuck that, let's just do our own thing, and you can just tell a huge difference in the writing.
I mean,
It's
Parks and Rec
amazing,
for me,
This
it
is
goes
kind of
up and then it goes
disturbing.
down. We can't just leave that up.
No.
It's like staring
It goes
into the
up?
soul. No, like Parks and Rec, it like starts off pretty good and then it gets really fucking good and then it slowly
Yeah.
declines and gets worse.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, the last season was a little weird, but you know, you just there's no like
Last season was
shows
just
like
sad.
that.
I was like, ugh, I don't want this to be.
You know,
over.
there's no shows like that anymore, man. Where like you just love the characters. You know, like we had like a great time, I think, of television where it was just like The Office, Parks and Rec. You know,
Yeah.
even like How I Met Your Mother. You know, like
There's also
I mean, It's
the
Always
one
Sunny's
it's
still
also
on.
yeah, I like that one.
Always Sunny is good.
Always love that. What were you gonna say?
But
That
I'm
was
just saying, it just seems like we don't have sort of our sitcoms, you know, anymore. There's all these sort of.
I mean, there's a
Netflix
lot of
kind shows.
sitcoms out that are just.
But they're not good, man.
I mean, Big Bang Theory, #1 show on television.
Ugh.
It's the worst show ever. I hate it.
Do you really?
Well, I don't know. I associate a certain kind of person with really liking Big Bang Theory. And, like, I try not to be an asshole, but whenever somebody's like, oh, have you seen that one episode of Big Bang Theory? It's like, I immediately just want to be like, no, I haven't fucking seen it, because I don't watch that show. But I can't do that, because that's just me, and I'm like, no, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen those.
It's like, I'd rather fucking choke myself out with a noose than watch a full episode of Big Bang
No,
Theory.
you wouldn't.
I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, I do.
You don't know what
Yeah.
I'm capable of. You don't know what I can do.
It's it's like fake nerd culture and all this stuff.
Do
It's like,
something about it.
yeah, I will. I'm gonna protest Big Thing. I'm gonna go to they're gonna be filming in Hollywood. I'm gonna jump onto the set naked.
Go to the science protest. The scientists protest.
Oh, do they protest Big Bang Theory?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could just pretend like you were there as a scientist protesting the Big Bang Theory.
I'm gonna be a
That'd be great.
creationism protester.
That'd be hilarious.
The Big Bang never happened. The show's a lie.
Be like, wait, I thought we.
God
You
made
guys
us
are
here.
protesting Trump? I thought we were protesting the Big Bang Theory. What are
That
you
would be
talking
great,
about?
and I will come with you and film you doing it. I think that'd be amazing.
Just like in the big crowd
All
of
the
people
scientists
with all
will be
these like
politely telling you to leave.
Yeah.
all these signs
Please,
that
sir,
about
you must
important
leave.
stuff, and I'm just like, Big Bang Theory sucks.
And then Trump will be like, I agree. Let's hire Connor Dries to head up the scientific...
Department of no Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
We need to. It's like, what's on the docket? Canceling the show. Other than that, I have no ideas. That's my top prospect.
Canceling the show.
And executing hits on all the cast members.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That took a dark turn.
I mean, I don't want
It's
to.
like a very dark turn.
Wait, are there any actors on that show I like? No, I don't like any.
Yeah. You don't like Blossom?
Blossom.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Sounds like a pretty flower.
You talking about
What?
Powerpuff Girls?
You guys are so young. You don't remember? Nothing. Forget it. Everything's good. Don't worry about
Hamilton,
it.
how old are you,
How about Kelly
Mr. We're So
Coolio?
Young? How old are you?
I'm 32.
You're 32? Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm 31.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Yeah, I'm 28.
Guess what? I'm
Dirty lies.
32.
I'm 28.
2.
I am older than Connor.
34. That's true. By like a couple months.
A couple of years. I'm 38.
38,
I
right?
mean, 28.
28.
This lie is not really working out very well for me.
You don't even know what you are.
Good times.
Well, let's go back to UNC now that we got our Olaf thing out of the way.
Well, didn't you want to talk a little bit about Olaf from Frozen?
Oh yeah, fuck that. Yeah.
Uh,
So-
Build a snowman.
I love Frozen. Like I absolutely love Frozen. But I think the animation is just god awful in that movie, and the character design is just awful too.
What? You don't like the
But
part
the
where,
character design was traditional to
where
the.
Elsa comes out?
No, it's
Oh,
bad, man.
that's
Olaf
Culture.
was just.
Falcon is just like, slinging it around with snow. You don't
Yeah,
like that part?
that was a little bit weird for me though. That whole scene, I was like, they're definitely trying to make me.
It's
wanna
like
fuck this
it's
character.
like they canceled the paper version
like,
of
am
the
I supposed to
Victoria's
jerk off to
Secrets
this?
magazine, but they also made Frozen in the same year. So 12-year-old boys all around the world were pleased.
You're right. It
Mm-hmm.
was a good year.
Yeah, they were like, "Thank God I have a sister, so I can pretend to be watching." This
God.
Yeah. I mean, what dudes can't be into Frozen on their own? They need
I love
sisters.
Frozen.
Are
Yeah,
you
have been-
into Frozen, Connor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great. This music's great. Everything
I've
about
only
it
seen
is
it like
great.
once or twice.
I really. Wait, why don't you like the animation? Is it? There's
I just
something
think
about.
it looks not good.
What's
Like,
a
I
good
just-
Disney animated movie that you like the
I
animation?
mean, any Pixar film, you can tell that it looks well, except for the early ones. But any one that comes out now, you can just tell just love and care was taken into it.
What's the newest Pixar movie came out?
Fuck, I don't know.
Was
Finding
Mona
Dory,
Disney?
probably?
No, Finding
Moana
Dory.
was Disney.
Moana was great.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Interesting.
But it just doesn't. It looks like just sloppy to me. You know.
Can I say something completely ridiculous?
Go for it.
That's a line from the movie, and at Disney World they have a comedy act, and
Yeah.
instead of saying "Will you marry me," the person's like,
Yeah. Yeah, we went
What?
we went to a show at Disney World. It was a Frozen themed like show,
Oh.
and they sang songs and also did like little like funny like stand up comedy kind of
Yeah.
bits and stuff. But they were dressed up as like random like townspeople of the city of like the castle or whatever.
Yeah, it was not a show for kids because they also at the very beginning
I mean, it
the
was for
comedians made fun of how Elsa and Anna's parents died. They made fun at
What?
the end. They were like, "It's not like every other Disney movie where our parents die." Oh wait, they did die.
Yeah, I mean they made fun of that
Like,
stuff.
what?
But it was like
There are
yeah,
5-year-olds in this audience, folks.
it's hilarious. They made a
And
lot
they're
of
crying.
timely references about.
So what is the
popular
deal that
songs.
you want to talk about UNC Charlotte? I'm curious. What's your deal?
Wait! Before that, the Frozen parents. You guys read about that? How they're like the fucking Tarzan parents now?
What are Tarzan parents?
They died too. Every successful
No,
Disney
but
movie,
those were the parents.
the
like-
parents are out of the picture. If you're gonna be a
Direct-
happy Disney princess or prince, your parents are gone.
Yeah. Well, no, not in Aladdin. Yeah, not in Aladdin.
What was the? So wait, are you just saying that like the best Disney movies have dead parents?
Wow.
Yeah, I am saying that.
Same with Batman though, if you think about it.
Yeah, it's a
The best
an
Batman
equation.
movies
Hollywood
start
figured
with
it out.
show the dead parent scene.
I mean, think
By
about
that I mean all of them because they always fucking show that
think
scene.
about any movie with parents. Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah,
That
terrible.
didn't have parents. It was
Parent
good.
Trap, piece of shit.
Parent Trap. What was
Piece of
that
shit.
about?
Dennis Quaid, I'm gonna
Piece
kill
of
him.
shit.
Anything with a stable parent thing, like the parents aren't highlighted.
Speaking of good movies, I really want to watch Enemy Mine with Dennis Quaid.
What?
You ever seen that?
No.
Enemy Mine. Watch it.
Is
I
it
feel like you're just
Near
making shit
Miami?
up.
It's fucking awesome. Okay, but let me just describe the plot to you.
Is it better than Ghost Dad?
Oh, it's better than Ghost Dad. Let me just
This is
break
fun.
it down. Don't. No, it doesn't do anything. Let me just
Don't
break
touch
it down.
anything.
So basically, it's the future. You know, we got spaceships, aliens,
2018?
star cruisers. It's basically Star Wars up in this piece. Dennis Quaid plays
Up in this piece.
a bomb ass star pilot in some
Oh,
kind of
I've
army.
seen this.
And he shoots down. He's in a firefight, and he gets shot down. But he also shoots down his enemy. And they both crash land on the same desolate planet.
Yep.
And it's an alien. And they find each other, and they don't kill each other, even though they want to, because they realize they're the only ones on this planet, and they have to work together if they want to survive.
All right.
And then they fall in love and have a baby.
It's really weird.
But they're
Yeah, I
both
remember
dudes.
that. It's very...
There's probably a better way to describe that movie, but
No, I think he did. I think he did
that was
justice.
yeah. You've seen it, Hamilton? Isn't it awesome?
I've seen bits and pieces. I just remember that dude being like pregnant and like.
Why
what
did
the
you
fuck
just
is
watch
going
bits
on.
and pieces?
Yeah, you should watch the whole thing over and
It
over.
was. I used to
So
play
good.
like. I used to play on like Comedy Central, you know.
Did it really?
Yeah, during the summer, you know how they play like random movies.
I
from the
remember like SNL did some kind of like fake video about it where like Andy Samberg dressed up as like that alien.
Oh yeah.
That's great. Anyways, back to what did we want to talk about? Something important. Something about UNC Charlotte that we wanted to all just
Reference.
talk.
Well, I guess about you working there.
Yeah.
And
How's
if
it
you're
going?
if you're helping or hurting.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
we
I'm
want to know
definitely-
what is Madison going to do to make UNC Charlotte a better, brighter place.
I'm going to bring us into the world of fabrication. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
How
what I'm
how do
doing.
you plan on doing that?
I what did you say? How do I plan on doing that?
Yes.
So I basically I'm the manager of the Row Fab Lab, which I titled Raffle Row Fab Lab.
Nice.
ROFL, and we're just changing things up a little bit and making it a more welcome and friendly environment that's less kind of just like digitally like intimidating. You know, it's becoming a more relaxed and fun environment where people can just experiment.
They're going to put carpet in there.
We aren't gonna put carpet in there because there are some facility problems with that. But
They're going to put a couch in there.
we are putting a couch in there and
Lava lamps.
Okay.
from some fun stuff.
Memes
I've got a
on the wall.
Keurig that we've got now, and yeah,
Ooh,
it's
can
great.
make lattes.
We can make lots of yummy stuff, but I really like it. I really like working there so far. So,
Y'all going to have a panini press in there?
nope, we're not gonna have a panini press.
What about
No
a
paninis?
Slurpee machine?
No slurpee machine.
Y'all going to have a popcorn popper?
Maybe.
What about a hot dog roller?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you get veggie dogs.
Right.
Morningstar.
Maybe.
No one wants that. No one wants a veggie dog.
Dude, some of them look pretty good. I was at Harris Theater today. They had some good looking veggie dogs. I was thinking about partaking in one maybe one day soon.
I think that UNC Charlotte, within the next 5 years, should have a BFA program for digital fabrication. So
Next 5 years, huh?
yeah, within the next 5 years. They are very slow to doing
Yeah.
things, so I think it's going to take them a while. So I don't expect it to be ASAP. But I feel like in order to stay up to date and competitive with other mediocre universities, they have to have a digital fabrication BFA. But I think they are an exceptional undergraduate school in that they are one of the only undergraduate schools that I have found that doesn't have a graduate program and also has the machines that we have, like the laser cutter, the CNCs, and the 3D printers and stuff. And we have an amazing group of people there who facilitate all that stuff. So
Yeah. I was surprised because I always took that stuff for granted. I was just like, oh yeah, I mean, laser cutters, whatever.
when I was
3D
looking,
printer.
when I was
Like
looking
every
for
school
grad
has
schools, there are a lot of grad schools that don't have that kind of stuff. So I was surprised.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm a big fan of UNC Charlotte, and going around to some of these grad programs and sitting in on some of the critiques. It's like our critiques, were actually better at UNC Charlotte, and I couldn't believe it. Like these are like third year graduate, students, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and it just kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, I felt like the critiques at UNC Charlotte, I talk a lot, so I did
Yep.
oftentimes feel like I was the only one talking, which was accurate. But I do think that, I mean, students who are actually serious about their careers as artists have to be vocal about others' work just as much as they have to be vocal about their own.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was
You gotta
not
be.
instilled in the philosophy of UNC Charlotte, but yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's right. I don't think it was really instilled, but like he made the most of it. And I think the critiques that I got from the teachers as opposed to the students,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you know, really helped me out.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that.
And at the end of the day, you probably want a critique from a teacher as opposed to a student.
I'm paying you.
Somebody that's like, you know,
what
is
Connor thinks.
at the same level as you. Yeah, if I just walk up to Hamilton like, baby hands, that's fucking
Guys,
dumb.
that's why I went to UNC Charlotte. I was like, oh my god, Connor Dreesen and Hamilton Warner there?
Yeah, we got
Oh my
some
God.
heavy hitters, man. Let me sign up for this class.
This has been a long-term ploy to get you guys to come in this, to get me to let you guys.
You
to
knew
go
it.
you
You had
guys.
this all worked out. We didn't even have the stream. And you're like, oh my god, they're gonna have a stream. I'm gonna need to be on it. Fucking
Yeah.
brilliant.
I moved from Alaska.
She had a vision, a dream.
I
She
had
was
a
gonna
dream
be on the stream.
that one day men that were both white would ask me to do another white person
Wow,
thing.
that sounded pretty like fucking.
Weird.
What?
That was almost like a Martin Luther King. I had a dream that two white boys would have a stream,
That I'd be on.
and they'd talk about art sometimes, but mostly video games and movies.
Well, that's where we get our inspiration from. I mean, come on, you know, that's where we pull it.
That's
from,
where me and
video
Hamilton pull
games
it
and-
from. Where do you pull it from, Madison? Because
Actually, that's a great question. You don't play video games, and I guess you watch movies, right?
Yeah, I like movies. Are you asking me
But,
where I pull my inspiration from?
Is it like eggs? Do you just go to the store and you're like, oh, this carton of eggs, I can make some art? Is that what you
No, I don't. My inspiration comes from just like thinking, you know, just having thoughts. Mainly, I like.
But where do
to
those thoughts come from?
or
though?
like
I'm-
maybe he doesn't
something
mean
triggered.
inspiration. Maybe he means more like motivation.
Motivation or
No.
inspiration?
No, I mean inspiration. I'm like,
Like, where do you get your
Yeah.
ideas from? Is that what you're asking?
A lot of my ideas come from the way that humans are similar and different.
The eggs in between the legs.
No.
Kind of the things.
Oh
that too,
no.
that too. Yeah.
no, honestly, like walk me through a process, because for me, and I think for Connor too, we're very similar in I think the way that we kind of get our moments of inspiration, where if I'm playing a video game and I see something in that game, like a character design or an environment design, and I'll bring that into my own work, or like a movie, for instance. But for you, like, where do you get that inspiration? Where do you pull your ideas from? Like, what source do you use?
I
Do you
mean,
read?
the source
Like-
is just observation. I mean, like most of my work is just my way of working through what I observe in day-to-day life, like the way that humans interact with each other and their environment. It's just more of like observational processes that end up looking like sculptures.
Observational process. All right, so you're observing people and how they interact with their environment.
Yeah, or each other. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also, I think it probably has something to do with the fact that, like, so I mean, video games and movies, you probably, I mean, that's an inspiration and stuff, but you don't specifically reference that in like your photography work and stuff, you know. Like maybe in your more like illustration stuff you do, and then I don't know, like for me, if I'm doing like a character concept for like something that I would like envision in a game, like that's pretty like one to one. Like I'm definitely referencing like games I played and like art I've seen and movies and stuff, but if it's more of like something that is, you know, has like personal meaning to you, that's not like specifically focused towards a career or like a job, you know, like if it's just something that you just like feel strongly about and you want to get that, you know, a feeling across to somebody, you know, I think everyone draws from their own just life and their own experiences for that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, I think I think you're right in that. But I think, at least for me, I take a lot of my style from movies, especially older movies. So yeah, it's just I just never thought about that. Just looking at people and watching how they sort of, like with the lamp, for instance.
Yeah. I think for me, most of like I do read a lot of artist statements and descriptions sometimes, and they have specific aesthetic references to historical or even current, like modern art or ideas or visual references. But my work isn't really referencing any kind of like aesthetic thing. So even if I watch like a video, I don't know, I wouldn't apply that to my work. It's like purely thought, just manifested through form.
See, because I think there are different types of artists. I think there are artists that kind of work in the moment and sort of pull from odd places. And I think there are academic artists that sort of go deeper in a way.
Yeah, I think I'm an academic artist.
Yeah, that's what it means. You know, I'm fucking watching fucking like Looney Tunes over here making art, and you're like trying to dig and create these layers.
The human psyche.
You know, it's like it's just fascinating to me, like the variations. I think.
Yeah, there are definitely different kinds of people out there.
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting.
But at the end of the day, you know, you're almost doing the same thing. You're making stuff. You know.
I wouldn't overly
that's what it comes
simplify
down
it,
to.
I don't think it's really. No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Is the process not important to you? It's just the final product and what it means.
I think the process is important, and it's also just as important how other people intercept it and receive it into their lives. But I think, I don't know. I still wonder what art is. Like, what are we doing, and what is the purpose of it? But I think everyone's own definition of art is different. So I don't even know if we can say we're doing the same thing, because I'm still not convinced that there is a definition of art, or there is something that's like, you know, I'm an artist. Like, I do not think I'm an artist. Like, if someone asks me, what do you do with your life? I would say, like, I work at UNC Charlotte, or like or I'm a student. But like, I don't feel like I'm an artist.
Why don't you feel like you're an artist though? You're creating art. Like, isn't
Am
that?
I? Who calls it art?
I would say.
I mean, is that an art gallery? Is it maybe because you haven't like?
I mean, look at
found
your website. These are artistic. I mean, these are photographs of your artwork. You know, this is an artistic portfolio. So then, how are you not calling yourself an
So
artist?
why do you call it an
Sculpture
artistic portfolio? I mean, that's the thing. It's like whoever said that that's an artistic portfolio.
What is art, Hamilton? We're gonna go back to the day one of UNC Charlotte. It's like, but what is art? Is this art?
I mean,
Hold up like a moldy sandwich. It's like maybe.
So you would just call this? I mean,
I would call it just like a personal inquiry of my thoughts.
An experiment in self-discovery, if you will.
I don't think it's self-discovery
Join
so much
us.
as it is just like a journey. But yeah, sure.
Yeah. Reminds me of.
it sounds like you're calling it everything but art.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it really can be anything unless someone else thinks it's that way. I mean, if you think it's art, right? But if I think it's an essay, maybe it's an essay. Like, why
These
do
are
we have to
sculptural
define
essays,
everything?
yeah.
You know, like, why? I think that's something I've been frustrated with lately.
Maybe this is what Madison's art means. She's like,
It's
Well,
just
because
like-
we're human beings. We define the world around us.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a lot
intrinsic
of
to
what
us.
my work is about, though. Is like living in the gray. Like, why do we have to be so black and white? Why do we have to always be in this clear path? Why can't it just be an ambiguous moment or journey? Like, why do we have to define it? Why do we have to call it art?
Because I think it's human nature to define the world around us. I think not defining it takes away from our humanity, at least to me.
Oh, but okay, it
Like
takes-
if I look at something, like I feel this desire and need to define it, to frame it, you know, to work it out.
to place it
You know,
in
so
your head.
To look at something and not try and define it, it just seems, you know, non-human to me.
It probably is non-human, but I think then we have to question, why aren't we questioning that? Like,
Question the questions that we have not been asked.
Why do we do that? Like, why? Like, just because something is human nature doesn't mean we should do it.
Well, because especially like, for instance, again, you're shooting this, you know, like an art piece. This is not sitting in your living room on a coffee table, and you're not sitting down next to it on a couch. You know what I mean? Like, you're shooting this like a sculptural art piece.
Okay.
And so right there, you're throwing, you know, indicators at me that this is something different than just a lamp on a coffee table. So I think if you wanted it to not read as art,
No, I
make
mean,
it
I'm
not
fine
read
if
as
it
art.
reads as art. I'm fine if it reads as art. Like, that's totally fine. I just mean, I don't think that it necessarily, from my perspective, is art, because I haven't come up with what art is yet, and then because I don't have that own justification, or I mean, I'm kind of.
Then why are you showing this to me as art though? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, Connor pulled up the website.
I know, but you made the website, right?
Actually, no,
Didn't you?
I didn't make the website.
Squarespace made it.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you took the
Saga,
photos,
you can type in the comments. One of my friends
you
is
know,
Oh, okay, cool.
you took the photos, you made this for people to see, and you're making it
Maybe it
seem
is
like
on
this is
Twitch
art.
account.
Yeah,
Like, I would love
deceiving
it.
you purposely.
No, I would love it if you would take these shots and do what I said. Put them on a coffee table, sit down next to it on the thing, and then have that. That's your argument right there. Is this art or is this just a lamp? But if you shoot it like art, I'm going to read it as art.
Right, but that's exactly what I'm not trying to do, Hamilton. Because you're again trying to put it into a box. Art or not art. Why can't it be an in-between? Why can't it be maybe art?
Boom.
Because you're giving it to me as art. You're on
Am
a silver
Am
platter.
I giving it to you as art, or are you taking it as art?
You're giving it to me. Because you're shooting it like
Hamilton, you're fighting an uphill battle here. You realize what's happening. It's basically just anything you say, she can just say, but is it that, or is it the opposite of what you just said?
But we do me a favor.
There's not actually any answers here.
What's
And
your...
just shoot it on a coffee table in a living room with you sitting down next to it.
I don't
just
have a
want to see what that
special
looks
control. I don't have a thing. I don't have a...
What do you...
the thing Stephanie gave you. Can you mind send it to me?
You can just take a photo because you're not in it, right? I'll sit next to the lamp.
It is just in the living room, just a casual setting. And see
I mean,
how it
no,
works.
that's the thing. I mean, like, when you started making these lamps, like, yeah, I get that there may be some deeper meaning, but I'm a very, like, not, like, when I look at art, I don't really, unless it's, like, a fucking painting of, like, Stalin, I don't really, like, think, oh, my God, like, this is, like, super specific, has, like, a bunch of meaning to me. If it's an abstract thing, I'm more like, is this aesthetically pleasing to me? And if it is, then I like it. If it's like really gross to me, I mean, that gets a reaction from me, but not as big as a reaction as something that I'm aesthetically pleased with. So when I see something that I like, it's like the colors or the forms, like that's good art to me. I don't know. Or
Well, I
if
want
it's
to
like,
see. I want to see this. I want to see you sitting next to this in your new apartment, Connor. I would love that.
yeah, that'll be the new Between the Strokes banner. Is it art or is it not?
Is it art?
Do you think that you make art, Hamilton?
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe he has a different definition of art.
I think art's just being creative.
Yeah. I mean, and I think it's okay to treat it simply.
Oh,
like
is that Caleb? Look how cute Caleb looks.
Oh,
Look at
Caleb.
Caleb.
Look at that beard.
Ooh.
Look at that. Boy?
Yeah, this is a cool one.
Yeah.
It definitely has that, like, graphic design-y feel to it.
Graphic design-y feel?
Like, I feel like if you zoomed, like, this is a super zoomed-in image of, like, you know how, like, the colors overlap to make different colors? I forget what that's called in, like image code, It's like how, like, JPEGs are made. Like, it's 2 pixels next to each other to make a certain color.
Yeah.
That's that. Kind of like...
Pixel fucking?
Yeah, pixel fucking. And one pixel inserts itself into another.
Oh,
Create
pixel fucking.
And another pixel offspring is more.
I think that's what the digital media professors told me.
Oh my god, I love that pixel fucking. That's amazing. I feel like that needs to be something like a band name, a design company. Just it has to be something.
It could be, yeah. It could definitely be like a YouTube channel or something.
I'm just pixel fucking. That's all I'm doing. Just pixel fucking.
I mean, that's what I do. Photoshop. That's all you're really doing. Just slamming pixels on top of each other, hoping to get something that looks good. Bashing them into each other.
Like I want to like slide down this thing. Like it needs to be.
Oh, that'd be fun. It would break though immediately.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It's really strong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it would probably break where it's like hung. But I'm sure if you had the whole thing, like,
Yeah, I don't know. That fishing line could take 80 pounds. Connor, you're about 80 pounds. Right?
80 pounds per square foot.
Line.
Oh,
Square line.
per line. But how long are the lines?
I can pull up the big fish, Connor.
Yeah. If you wrap me up, I won't fall. Wrap me up that line.
Have you thought about making sort of interactive art? Like I said, like this looks like something I kind of want to like slide down and interact with.
Yeah, I mean, the show that I did, Deviate, it was kind of one of the more interactive things I've done, just because it's not actually interacting with you, but you have to interact with it, and that you have to move around it. Like, you have to be spatially aware. But the show I have coming up, plug for the show,
there you go.
is a little bit
Plug
more
away.
interactive. And if you come, you're going to get a nut.
A nut?
Ooh.
Yes.
Is that artwork, though? Or is it just...
It's just me fucking around.
Oh, so I just get a nut?
Yeah.
Like, is it a real nut?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Okay.
No, surprises.
But
Surprises.
I did one time. I really
Come get
liked
your
it. I
nut.
made a LED jacket, and whenever I talked, it lit up, and when I wasn't
Okay.
talking, it was not lit. So I do like the idea of people having to engage.
Yeah,
with
that
work.
was a really cool project. I like that one a lot.
Passive work that doesn't like aggressively or physically attack you to me is not it's not my thing.
You
What
don't.
do you mean?
So wait, you want work
Like
to
I
attack
love
people?
to paint, but it's more of a masturbatory process. Like when I paint, it's just because I love it, but it's not because I know anyone else will love it. Because there's plenty of painters that are better. Like I'll just let Connor paint, you know, and let people just jizz all over his paintings. But
Well, I mean-
I would rather create something that like made people move or do something.
Well, painting could do that too.
Painting could do that, but like I want it to be. I want a painting to be able to like spike me or trip me or
Yeah.
like hit me in the face, you know.
I mean, the way I kind of think about it is like paintings are cool, but like one day it would be really awesome to make like a game or like a movie or like a short film or something, because like all that art and design could go into it, but then you end up with a final product that like people can interact with, or they can like sit down and watch as like a finished thing, and it'll have more of an impact on them than just like a one-off painting or like a design. So I get what you're saying by that. It's kind of the same thing, but it's different with this kind of work, because you can actually make it something that people have to like tactily interact with. If it's some kind of piece that requires like kinetic activity and people have to get in there and like do something, like that can really push the whole idea of interactivity.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, is that going to be in your new show? People get to touch stuff and do cool stuff?
I guess you'll just have to come on over.
Oh, you're gonna have to find out.
Whoop, whoop.
5 p.m. at the Student Union. It's up on the stream.
Lost
Anyone here
Hollows.
is a UNC Charlotte person?
If you come,
When is
you
that?
get enough.
February 9th? February 9th.
Yes.
9th.
Heck yeah.
Let me look at my calendar, because I like touching stuff.
I mean, I'll probably be there, so Hamilton, we can hang out, man.
Thursday?
Thursday.
That's not a Friday or a Saturday?
What? Come on, 5 p.m. Everybody gets off at 5. 9 to 5.
Oh my god.
You just head straight from work. Immediately there.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll mark it down. Because I want to touch shit and I want to nut.
Yeah, touch it.
I want to get my
Touch
nut.
nuts.
Is this another one with Caleb, or is this just you?
Yeah, Caleb and I, we really like to collaborate, and we have a good vibe going. And we have this show, and then we have another show coming up after that. And then,
Wow.
depending on if I stay in Charlotte, we'll have more shows together. But yeah.
Well, why don't you...
This show is
real
actually
quick-
with Caleb, myself, and another collaborator, Vidant Raval.
Okay.
So it's 3 of us.
Why don't you talk about the collaborative process? Because I don't do a lot of collaboration
Yeah.
so much. I don't think, Connor, you do a lot of collaboration either, do you?
No, it's mostly just me.
So give us the inside scoop. Give us the, what you like about it, what you don't like about it.
I think collaboration is really helpful when you have a vision and you know like the basics of how it needs to be carried out, but you also know that you need more skills than just you have. And I think it also really helps to hold yourself accountable and make better work, because like when Caleb and I collaborate, we both kind of get in line with like one vision, and then we use both of our skill sets to accomplish this goal. And it's not like when you're working by yourself and you kind of set your own deadlines, and then when you don't meet them, it's okay. It's a lot more it's just a lot more structured when you have someone else to work with, and it's more fun. Like I enjoy being able to work with someone else. And I think the hard part is when you don't agree, or just like with any relationship. I mean, if you don't agree with someone, or if you maybe have different working patterns. Like I'm a morning person, and I don't really like the music he listens to, and we eat different things, but we work a lot together, and so those small lifestyle differences really are like maximized. So there's just like that's a good and bad, I guess, but it's definitely worth it. And I think for people that are good at solo art, like go for it, but I think finding a collaborator is like finding a pot of gold. Like it's really helpful, it's really beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a few projects, mostly grants with collaborators, and I mean, they've been great process. processes, but I don't know. I just like that sort of alone time,
Yeah.
just making work. But I
Yeah.
think it is fun when you find the right people. I think it can be just a wild ride.
Yeah.
I think the work shows too that you just have, just that push and pull.
Yeah. I think, I mean, we both still make a lot of our own work, but when we collaborate, it's definitely gotten more, I guess, like manageable because we understand what our roles typically are in the collaboration, and we can carry out those more effectively, and we know how to like manage each other, which is good. But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are you gonna do if you go away to school? Like, how? You can bring him along with you. Like, how are you gonna collaborate?
He still
Gonna do
has
some-
like a year and a half to go, but no, we're probably gonna halt collaboration for a while I'm doing my thing. But I'm sure we'll do more shows together in the future. Because with our skill sets together, I think we make a lot of cool stuff that people are interested in because we use a lot of technologies that even that people like to see and they want to learn more about it. There's a learning process in there with it as well, and it's not just even the art piece. It's like it's discovering these new technologies and how to human them up.
Human them up. Technical term.
Yeah.
So is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to humanize sort of crazy technology?
I'm trying to set up a little bit of a dichotomy between the man-made and the human, or the man-made and the machine-made, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's, as old as like the industrial era. I mean, that's been the big thing, especially in fibers.
Yeah. I think, because when you do that, it's like there's a certain level of craftsmanship that's required of you. And I think that was the biggest problem with our show, With and Without, was the craftsmanship was not on point. Like we were working with machines that were perfect, but we weren't perfect. Like when we were, applying the glue to get the nylon to stick together. So like finding that balance and figuring out how to work with these machines that are just perfect and you're so imperfect. Like, do you highlight the imperfectness or do you try to reach its level of perfectness? Like, why are you using them in the first place? For me, it's still something I ask myself, like, why do I need to use these machines? Why am I not just doing things with my hands? Is it just because I think it looks cool? Like, what is the purpose behind it?
Well, is that okay though? Is that okay if something looks cool? Especially, this comes up a lot in alt process for photo, is why are you using this alt process? Is it because it looks cool? And half the time I'm like, yeah, it looks fucking awesome. That's why I'm using it. Like, I don't need a reason to use something other than I think it looks good. I don't need to have an underlying, concept behind something sometimes.
For me, I do. I think that when my work doesn't have an underlying meaning behind it, I do feel like it's useless from my perspective. I enjoy things that look cool, and I love to see them, and I love to see other people's works that looks cool, but for me, I'm not satisfied if I'm just making something that looks cool.
So yeah, I think that's sort of the difference, and that might be part of my I guess sort of, I started off as like an illustrator, and a lot I pull from that is, I'm doing something because it looks good, as opposed to there's a concept for the reason why I'm using this red.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
That's why I love having like sort of an academic artist on here, because it's like a whole other different perspective.
I mean, to me, it's like, I really like what Rothrock said when I was in her figure and anatomy class. She was like, anyone can make something that looks pretty. Like, why the fuck would you make something that just looks pretty? Like, anyone can do that.
I would disagree with that. I don't think it can make something pretty.
Yeah, but I know I agree with Madison too, but in a different way. Like, I obviously don't see everything exactly the same, and I'm less academic about stuff. And I'm also into like shit just looking cool and being sweet, because it's like I'm in that world kind of like concept art illustration.
Right.
But like, totally makes sense, and like that's a big thing for me. And like I think about that a lot too. It's like anybody, like, if you wanted to be like an illustrator for like movies or stuff, stuff like that, like who cares if you can draw like everything like perfect? Like, if you're the best artist and you can render everything out great, but you just have shitty ideas, like what if they come to you and like, all right, we need you to design Captain America's costume. It has to look really cool and has to fit the character, and you're like, okay, and then you just draw the most perfectly rendered dude, but he's wearing just like spandex tights with like the worst costume ever. Like if you can't design something and then also execute on like the the skill based stuff, then like you don't have anything to offer that like that world. So I don't know, like who cares if you can draw like the most beautiful like foot in the world, because nobody's gonna come to you and be like, we need a new design for the foot, because it already
Let's see
exists.
the foot.
Yeah. So, but if they say, hey, we need a new design for this thing that doesn't exist yet, and you are like really good at coming up with ideas and like new concepts and drawing from stuff that already exists and making new ideas from it, and then you can also render out those ideas because you're a skilled artist, I think that's a really valuable skill, and that's how a lot of people get work in that kind of field. So
See, but I think concept and ideas are totally different. So, like your Captain America, example. Like if I'm trying to make a new Captain America, I'm going back, I'm looking at research, all the previous ones, looking at new ideas. There's no concept for that idea. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, there is, because you'd be like, okay, what is Captain America? He's a guy, he's valiant, and he fights for honor in America. So what? And then you start thinking, okay, what else is valiant? Like, okay, I'm thinking of like knights and stuff. Like knights are like holy warriors. So you like maybe draw some aspect of the design from like a knight's armor, and you kind of bring that
awesome.
into the design. So yeah, I mean, but
It sounds really good. I want to see Captain America as a fucking knight.
This is what people do though. They draw things in and like take little aspects of different things. Like, okay, like Tony Stark, he's kind of like he's a rich guy, kind of like a egomaniac, billionaire, playboy. So they like take references from like fancy cars and like luxury like sports cars and put that into Iron Man's like suit design. Like they draw from that kind of stuff. So it fits the concept of the character and the idea of that. The ideas and the concept kind of like all mesh together to create a interesting design that fits for that thing. And
I've never thought of that as concept. I just thought of that as just fucking research.
Yeah, well, that's what concept is. The concept is just the
but I'm
meaning
just
behind it.
like-
Like, why does he have the helmet? It's like, well, because it's like, why does Captain America have that like helmet? It's like, because it kind of looks like a helmet, and he's kind of like a knight, So boom, there you go. Like that's the concept. Like that's really basic level, and it's easy for me to break that down. But even into like sculpture art and abstract painting, like all those ideas still apply. It's just a different way of thinking about it.
Yeah, I like that. I've never really thought about it like that, Connor.
Cool.
That's like my favorite part of doing it, is like coming up with that shit, like the whole, the research behind it.
I love
little
that
details.
stuff. Yeah, whenever I like
do that all day. Do that all day.
Like the reason why I like doing like character design, which is like what I spend a lot of my time on, like drawing people and like what they wear, and like to kind of draw on like what they would be doing. Like who is this person? It's like, what do they look like? Why do they look like that? Like why do they have the things that they're wearing? Like it's like what's their purpose? And then I get to do all this cool research and like draw from things that already exist and like just like study culture throughout all time and like research history, all that stuff.
all
really,
time.
Yeah, just go back to the prehistoric era, put some dinosaur scales on that boy.
Oh my god, I love it.
But just learning about like cultures is really cool.
But at the same time, Connor, at the same fucking time, you will throw a fucking hose on something just because it looks cool at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
I'll do the same. Yeah, I will. But it's good to
So
have
you
that
balance it
break.
out. You balance it out.
Is, yeah, I
All
do
right,
balance it
all
out.
right.
Sometimes you gotta have some spikes on that armor, dude.
Yeah,
because-
see, I think I'm in the same ballpark.
Sex
Where I'll
sells.
balance it out.
I mean, the thing is, like, I was listening to a podcast like a long time ago, people talking about it, and it was like they were talking about Kratos from God of War.
Yeah.
And like Kratos, his design is like the worst thing ever because all he is he's just a shirtless guy with a sweet tattoo and a goatee. Like he has nothing cool. Like, and like they're talking about how he's like a Greek warrior. Like there's so many great things to draw from. Like all this like Greek armor that existed in that time, and for a fact that those concept artists had like thousands of versions of Kratos that had like really sweet helmets or like cool armor and all this awesome design. But then whoever the fucking art director, executive producer, whatever the game, he was like, I don't think 14-year-olds are going to like this. Could you add more muscles and like give him a sweet scar over his eye? Maybe a goatee, something sweet
Is it
like
really
that.
a scar over his eye?
Yeah.
Is it really
Oh, yeah.
fucking
He has a
scar?
scar, a goatee, a big tattoo, and just like shirtless, He's like the ultimate male like
Oh my
fantasy
God.
character. But, it's just sometimes the concept gets lost because you're just trying to sell a product. But I think when it's just something that's meant to be art and stand alone on, have its own meaning, like you don't have to worry about that at all. It's not a part of something that's being sold to somebody unless it's like, you're selling a painting. But it's just, it exists solely for its meaning and its effect on people. So you get to really, like, you get to control each and every aspect. And that's the great thing about making your own art. It's like you don't have to, it's not for a job, you're not working for somebody. So you get to, cater to whatever you want to say. So
That sounds fucking beautiful, man. That was like a beautiful speech you just gave.
yeah.
I think we need to just cut that and just have that be the show, just you going off like that. So that was wonderful.
Motivational talks.
I loved it. I'm gonna play it every time I'm feeling down on myself. I'm just gonna play it.
Hey,
It's just
if
great.
it gets you through the day,
There you go.
I'm glad I could do it. All
Well,
We're
I think
getting
it's
to the
about
end here.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good note to end on. Now, Madison, before we go, on what scale would you rank Ghost Dad? Would you give it a 10 or an 11? 1 out of 10.
I mean, there's only 2 options.
Definitely an 11.
11.
There you go. That's right.
Wow. Oh, Molly's in the chat. Molly.
Oh, claps.
What's up?
She claps and wipes.
She claps for Ghost Dad, as all should. It truly
She's
is
clapping-
a
she's
marvel of
clapping for you.
mankind.
She's clapping for you in that speech. That's what she's clapping for.
No, I don't know. I mean, my speech was okay, but Ghost Dad? A work of art.
Tune in next week. We will have another guest. I have a few on the back burner I need to bring in, so we'll.
We got a few in the back burner. Let's burn him
Yeah.
up. Let's get him in the heat.
Let's bring him in.
Come up with a good metaphor there. We throw him in the sauna. I don't know. Put him in the oven. You'll
Yeah.
come up with something for next time.
It's Molly. It's always about Ghost Dad. It's always about Ghost Dad.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna change the name to Between the Dads. Between the
Between
Dads.
the dads.
No, that's for when we both become dads one day.
Oh God. Well,
Hopefully
thank you everyone for listening in, and hope you enjoyed it. As always, please give us a subscribe, a like,
Yes,
what is
yes.
to you, all that stuff.
And thank you, Madison,
Enjoying
for
our-
coming on. It was really awesome having a real artist.
Yeah,
A real
UNCC.
Bye, guys.
Bye. But wait, YouTube, we're not quite gone yet.
We love you, YouTube.
Oh.
Favorite.
Dude.
Madison,
best
wanna
part is
give
that
us a
Twitch
send
will
off to
never
YouTube?
know.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't even know. They don't know. You can say anything. Anything.
YouTube,
Go ahead, say
you're
it.
the best.
Well, we always say that. They know that's coming.
Okay. YouTube. If there was a tube I could tie to lube up with you, I would.
Oh.
What? Whoa.
That's all I got.
Mic drop. She mic dropped a headphone. I've never seen it
Damn,
done, but
son.
she did it.
Ow!
All right. See you, YouTube.